Namaste. Welcome. Today's practice, this pranayama, is called Nadi Shodhana. This is the alternate nostril breath. This is one of my favorites. It really is a foundational, multi-use tool in your tool belt for communicating with your nervous system through your respiratory system. It's a good way to regulate what's going on underneath the surface. So this breath, once again, is a centering breath. It's a balancing breath designed to help balance the left and right sides of the brain. We're engaging the left and right sides of the body, and the left hemisphere of the brain is involved motor control on the right side of the body, and vice versa. So right side of the brain controls the motor function in the left side of the body. So for this practice, first a very brief introduction. This practice can be done in the morning, in the evening, before a stressful event, after a stressful event. This is a heavily modifiable practice. We'll see in later videos I'll add in some breath retention. You can add in some mantra. There's just different ways to go about this breath. But due to its centering nature, it can be used in many different circumstances and is a part of many practices. Personally, when I'm leading a group practice and often for my own personal practices, this is a breath that I add in my pranayama section of work or whenever I'm feeling it. So I'm a big proponent of this breath, and there's a wonderful quote, which I do not have the word for word in front of me, but from Adi Shankaracharya. If you're into yoga, you would know the name. If not, he states that this is the preliminary pranayama to be practiced before moving into deeper, more intensive practices. So this can be done for weeks, months, until your system is ready for a deeper practice in this path. So I hope this sells you on this practice a little bit, but I think the practice itself hopefully sells itself like a good product would. I'm going to show the physical aspects of performing this alternate nostril breath, and then we'll run through a couple, I won't call them dry runs, but just a few practice runs, and then I'll settle us in with a little pratyahara, help us relax, begin the breathing, the conscious breathing, and then move into the practice for a few minutes. And after the practice, we're going to, rather as a part of the end of the practice, we're going to drop the pranayama and just meditate there or rest in whatever you're experiencing or whatever's happening with your awareness or consciousness, and just to feel the effects and embrace those effects that this breath will have. So the mudra or hand position, there are two ones that I'm aware of. This is the normal one, the regular one, it's the Vishnu mudra. So the index finger and the middle finger are placed onto the palm, and these thumb and the last two fingers here are going to be used to control which nostril is open and which nostril is closed. So the place that we want to be placing these fingers, the thumb would be right on the right side of the nostril rather than the right nostril. And you want to place your fingers where the cartilage meets the bone. So if you feel around on either side, right, you can feel the bone, and then you can feel the cartilage, a little soft spot. So right where those two tissues meet. According to yogic pranic philosophy, this is the termination point of the Ida and Pingala Nadis, two very important energy channels, or nadis, in the human body. And this breath is mixing and balancing those energies, which are the solar and lunar energies of the body, the sun and the moon, masculine, feminine, etc. So the thumb is placed on that spot on the right nostril, and those other two fingers will be placed on the left. And we'll be continuing like so. If your arm gets tired at any point, feel free to, personally I'm not opposed to using the left, even though I've never seen anybody cue that. Or I'll show you the second way to do this mudra, which provides a little support in the hand and can make it a little bit easier on the shoulder to support this mudra. So this is what it normally looks like, but the second mudra is placing these first two fingers here, right on your third eye point. It's right in the middle of the forehead. And this provides a little more support and can help relax some of these shoulder muscles. So, in my opinion, the best way to verbally cue this breath is typically you start with the right nostril open, so left nostril is closed. We would inhale. And after every inhale, there's a switch. So the finger switch, right nostril is closed, left is open, and then I exhale out of the opposite nostril. Inhale. There was an inhale, so then I switch, exhale, then inhale. Try it with me for a moment. So with the right nostril open, inhale on the right. Switch the nostrils, exhale out the left. Inhale left. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Okay, drop the mudra. This is the practice. This is the pranayama. At any time during this practice, if you feel a little lost and you want to catch up with me or you want something to follow, I'll cue verbally for the first couple of minutes, but then feel free to just open your eyes and take a look at me, and you'll see which nostril's open, and you'll be able to hear probably whether I'm inhaling or exhaling. So if you get lost, feel free to just follow me visually and through the sounds of my breath. But I think you can do it. Let's begin moving inside, preparing our system for the good work we're about to do and the conversation we're about to have with it. So with the eyes gently closed, spine straight, comfortable seated asana. Just begin to be aware of the sensation of the breath flowing in, flowing out of the nostrils. Feel the diaphragm contract and expand. The abdomen rising and falling. Tune into how this breath feels inside of your body. An even, smooth breath. Right now we're hoping to establish a smooth, even flowing breath without pauses or jerks or stoppage. As well as full abdominal breathing. So really make these full breaths. No pause at the top of inhalation. No significant pause at the bottom of exhalation. If you're still feeling a little fidgety, feel free to take some deep breaths through the nose, into the nose, and out through the mouth, clearing breaths. Otherwise, we're going to transition into the Nadi Shodhana. Take one more full inhale, and then release it through the mouth. Prepare your mudra. Close the left nostril, allow the right side to be open, and inhale through the right nostril. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale and inhale. Switch, exhale, then inhale. Switch left side. switch. Continue at your own pace. Allowing yourself full deep breaths in and smooth full deep breaths out with the expiration. If your mind begins to wander, just intensify the breath and bring your attention back to the alternating aspect of this breath. On our inhales, we're bringing the prana into the center line of the mind and the body. Exhale, just releasing the carbon dioxide, releasing wastes, releasing the emotions. Finding the balance, the inner balance. It's there, we just have to embody it and experience it. Allow the thoughts to flow out with the outgoing breath, clearing and centering. Take 3 or more rounds on your own. 1 round being both nostrils. And when you're ready, just drop the mudra and take a full breath through the nose, both nostrils. Hold, hold, hold. And when you've hit your point of strain, and it's becoming strenuous, just release. Gently continue normal breathing without intention or direction, just rest and be however you are right now. resting in a better balanced place. Just softly let the eyes open. Retain the state of meditation you may be experiencing. I could sit here for some time longer, but I'll let you do that on your own. When I'm leading a full integrated practice, I love doing this pranayama after the asana and before meditation. You know, when we do asana practice, we may be cooling or heating the body and the energy. And so it can be helpful for the mind to, after those effects, after we've done that work, to balance for deeper introspection. We did a few minutes of this practice. It doesn't always have to be this long. It can be for even 1 to 2 minutes. I hope that this practice helps you along your journey, and may you perform it. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.